Have you ever wondered what brought together a country as massive as Canada? Originally celebrated for uniting Canada by rail, the Canadian Pacific Railway, formed in 1881 with sweeping federal support, soon became much more than a railroad. It was a force of national consolidation, a symbol of ambition stretching across the continent. Built with the promise of tying British Columbia to Confederation, its success came at great cost. Treaties with indigenous nations that remain contested to this day, hazardous labor conditions for Chinese workers, and an aggressive expansion policy under Sir John A. Macdonald.
My father come from Guangdong province, and it being very, very warm, he was not prepared for the cold winters. And I think all the other Chinese who came here were not prepared for the cold winters. So they came here with thin clothing, Chinese slippers, and they still had their pigtails. These people worked on the railway at the worst conditions you can think of. And of course, there was not sufficient food.
But rail alone was not enough. Determined to link Canada to the world, the CPR expanded into express freight, telegraphy, hotels, and above all, shipping. By 1891, CPR had formalized its marine arm as the Canadian Pacific Steamship Company, CPSC. Their goal was ambitious: offer seamless travel across land and sea. CPR built lines through the Maritimes and deep into the prairies, and connected the Pacific by launching transoceanic service to Asia in the late 1880s. By the dawn of the 20th century, they were ready to turn toward the Atlantic and compete with the giants of British and German steam. The RMS Empress of Ireland was born out of this vision. Commissioned in 1904 alongside her sister ship, the Empress of Britain, she was purpose-built for the transatlantic service between Canada and Europe. Designed by naval architect Francis Elgar and constructed by the Fairfield Shipbuilding and Engineering Company in Govan, Scotland, she was tailored for both performance and comfort.